So imagine you just spent all of 2025, 2024, 2023 defending a game that you put out, Assassin's Creed Shadow. You're Ubisoft. There's talks about you being bought up, there's talks about you diversifying, but through all the trials and tribulations, you stuck through it. You ended up pushing out one of the biggest games of the year and gaining accolades for it. It's one of your best-selling games post-COVID, next to Valhalla, the Viking game. And just me talking without playing Ghost of Yotei 2 or Ghost of Tsushima. Oh no, it's Ghost of Yotei. Without playing that game yet, seems like the better version of the two games, as you have split characters, a more dynamic story, and I have easily put 117 hours into this game simply just going around and exploring, as this is my first Assassin's Creed game. I love Assassin's Creed Shadows and what it's done for me, and what it's personally done for my career. Shout out to Ubisoft, see you in Japan. But, dare I say I have a little bit of hesitation, because if it's not because of financial reasons, because you clearly made money with this game, and that should be more than enough proof that this game will make money. I'm calling bullshit on your excuse that you're afraid of a little bit of controversy. Is that not what the arts are designed for? If it's not art that challenges your social views and social norms, makes you think a little bit outside the box, maybe makes you a little bit uncomfortable, isn't that by the very definition the expression of art? Because for all it's worth, if your art invokes a sense of comfort in a very challenging time, then that's called propaganda. That's called yielding. That's called being a snowflake. And I don't think that's something that Ubisoft should want to stand for. So let's figure out why Ubisoft has made the big idea to announce that they're canceling a game that would have happened post-civil rights and involved a freed slave as an assassin. Clap it. How you guys doing? My name is Hero. This is Coding with Strangers, and I want to talk about something. It's been a while since I've covered an Assassin's Creed video. I've been chilling. The channel's been doing great without an Assassin's Creed video. And to be honest, I didn't think I'd be making another Assassin's Creed video until my trip to Japan. Shout out Ubisoft. But hey, I'm here for it. A quick 2,000 views. I'll take it. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, whether you agree with me or not. I know there's at least two people who are going to come to the comment section and just complain and cry. I welcome it. At this time, you're kind of family. Like when you have a hard on to watch all of my content just to find something to argue with me about, you're not really a hater at that point. You're a critic, and I welcome criticism. I'm okay with that. So let's talk about one of the best-selling games of this year, Assassin's Creed Shadow, and its successor that was supposed to come out, but is no longer coming out. Let's figure out what's going on. Reports Ubisoft canceled an Assassin's Creed where you played as a former slave after the Civil War. There's a lot of Assassin's Creed games I haven't played, but when I hear that Ubisoft historically fiction franchise is exploring an interesting moment in human history, my ears perk up. Gamefly has a new report about one game that didn't make it out of Ubisoft, and everything from the fascinating concept to the maddening reason it was canceled makes it sound like it's an absolutely should have been made. The game would have reportedly been set during the post-Civil War Reconstruction era and put players, oh my goodness, could you imagine if they did a scenario where they did like the Oklahoma fires, the burning of Black Wall Street, like if they could just time skip it and then showed like the assassins actually stopping Black Wall Street. Oh, or the March on Montgomery. That's too much. Put players in the shoes of formerly enslaved black man. This man would be recruited by the titular creed and would return to the South to fight for justice for his people. You mean to tell me we would have had an opportunity to kill Klan members? Oh, imagine the alerting system being You like sundown towns. So if you're spotted at night, you immediately go into high alert. There was so much potential here. So much potential here. This is exciting. This man would be recruited as a titular creed and would return to the South to fight for justice for people. The game would have even portrayed the founding of the white supremacist organization, the Ku Klux Klan. Oh, I get to kill Klan members? And instead of going around collecting armor, you get to collect hoods? The Templars wear hoods? The Templars wearing hoods is too... Sources say canceling the game in July 2024 was Ubisoft bowing to controversy after racist backlash to Yasuke, the Black Samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadow. The concern that the portraying of a black man's life in the Reconstruction era would be too political in the country, too unstable. So this says a lot about, one, America's, like, the snowflake fragility in America. Like, don't ever let a conservative person tell you that, like, you should feel bad because you care about human rights or care about people's feelings, when literally they cry when they hear the truth. If you are an American and you have a rebuttal to the civil rights post-Reconstruction era, you're a snowflake. That you're what's wrong with the country. I'm sorry your forefathers were racist, bigoted Klan members who couldn't handle black people being part of the community they literally built. That's not up for debate. That's not an argument. That's just fact. That's just the history. That's your history. There's nothing cool about you. You feel me? But you can make your future kids proud. You can do nothing stopping you from making your future kids proud. The game was in the concept phase and has been approved by Ubisoft leadership. And though it was years away, it was concealed because the company was already dealing with hostility over Yasuke. Okay, so this is an old report. I wonder if the game would still be canceled. I mean, it printed, whether we like it or whether it was controversial or not, Shadows printed money. So, like, I feel like these leaders, they approved it already. I feel like what's stopping them? Make your money. And I think like this, I think the stories about this will help change the narrative behind this. Yasuke inclusion into Shadows and seeing the current political climate in the United States. You want to know something that might be happening here? Sort of like how Nintendo didn't budge when the Department of whatever was Department of Deportation was using Pokemon's IP to deport immigrants and show a clip reel of immigrants being deported. Similar to how, like this, because Ubisoft isn't an American-centric company, all the executives and CEOs who are here are on green cards. Maybe they're like not trying to avoid this. This is suppression. This is a form of silent suppression of fear of retaliation, which is a fascinating concept to think about, because literally this game would be addressing those things. What a missed opportunity. Was weary of the releasing a game that may have been seen as divisive. Other sources also note that Ubisoft's financial struggles, and pirate games, Skull and Bones, that was dog water, underperformed in the free-to-play shooter The Division Heartlands, gross, canceled, has made the company risk-averse. I was terribly disappointed, but not surprising by the leadership. A source told Gamefly they are making more and more decisions to maintain the political status quo and take no stand, no risk, no creativity. So basically, art is dead. Like, and keep in mind, anyone who's cheering, saying, yay, no more games, yay, no more this, they're killing games. They're the reason why you're paying $40 a loot box. They're the reason why you don't get anything new. They're the reasons why all the games look the same. They are the reason why AAA games are so bad. So bad. Gamefly goes on to emphasize that the broader U.S. political climate played more of a role in the cancellation, so snowflakes, of the Reconstruction era Assassin's Creed. Because I know they had another one called Assassin's Creed Heck, which was supposed to be like the Salem Witch Trials. That would be interesting still. Then the Yasuke Outrage campaign. that the cancellation happened shortly after the attempted assassination of the president. So basically, they did this as a response to homeboy missing Donald Trump's big ass head. That's crazy. We reached out to Ubisoft for comment, and the situation will update the story if we hear back. So that sucks. Assassin's Creed has not always shied away from exploring difficult areas of human history and has knowledge woven in its own mythology into its real-world conflicts. It's even told stories involving black slaves before. This is true. In Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation, it sounds like the team of Ubisoft was passionate about what they were working on, but while they were hoping to put something into the world that could maybe make an impact, someone up top got scared and was ashamed. They also made another one, and the person mentioned it down here. Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry is a DLC where you play as a freed slave, rescuing other slaves, and the thing came out 12 years ago. Great to see Ubisoft has become a total coward since then. Okay, and Ubisoft, as a person, and I'm going to keep it 100 here, as a person who's shilling to the man, I get paid by Ubisoft, and I am doing a bunch of things with them, and I'm super excited to be working with them. And I'll even give them a little bit of grace here, assuming that they made this decision when they were having financial issues, when they were trying to keep the status quo, when things in this country were literally out of control. But those things cannot continue to keep you away from art. The art form that allows people to feel and examine the world through your form. Ubisoft has a moral obligation to let this game out, because if your game was considered to be so pivotal to create or reimagine or reconstruct the cathedrals, I trust your team. And as a person who plays Assassin's Creed Shadow, I am thoroughly impressed with the lengths you go to, the minute details of the shoes being removed in proper homes, of the bowing at each statue that you decide to mention, with the sounds and the quieting of people, the priest and priestess only coming out on certain days, the attention to details with the Torii gates and everything. I really took it as an appreciation for it. I don't think that there would be malice in you being able to depict America's true future. I mean, future, probably, but past. Because when we're too afraid to acknowledge the truth, you give space for lies to be born, to breed. It's a breeding ground for lies. When you're too afraid to say the truth, you have subjugated and yielded to the breeding grounds of lies. And especially when you're so comfortable exploiting all the things that come from this country, to not be able to speak truthfully about how this country got to this point seems laughable at best. And I can hear the bunch of people out here about the DI. Those people aren't important. And moreover, based on game sales alone, you guys made your money. We know that this is a silent majority, but I wouldn't be able to take your money without being able to whack my finger in your face. Because you could take your money back, but there's one thing that you'll never be able to take from someone like me, which is integrity. Ubisoft, if there's an opportunity for this game to come out, if there's an opportunity for this game to be made, if there's an opportunity for this game to see the light of day, seeing as how they considered, as they approved it prior to all of the bullshit that is America's certain dilapidated state, we need to make sure that the board understands that you should never, ever compromise your integrity to let lies breed willingly. It's disgraceful, it's annoying, and above all else, it's cowardly. It's bootyless. But that's just my take on it. I'm curious to know what you guys think. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see. Hey, I'm still going to Japan, so I'm gonna take that. But that's how you know I stand on business, 10 toes down. They sending me to Japan. I don't give a damn. I'm still gonna talk shit about them. Clap that shit. I ain't for everybody. No, but seriously, I appreciate the support. Like, share, and subscribe.